I don't think many people will be sad to see the back of 2020. It's been a difficult and strange year in so many ways, hasn't it? And it seems like no area of life has been unaffected. Professional life, family life, social life, and of course mental and physical health. And in the midst of these dark times, we search for reasons to be optimistic, don't we? It seems our instinct in 2020 has been to search for heroes and to search for hope. Every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. back in the summer, the street where I live would fill with applause from the windows. A saxophone player who lives opposite would play music. Cars would beat their horns, celebrating the heroes of the NHS and other key workers. Captain Tom Moore, Captain Sir Tom, captured the nation's hearts with his optimism and determination. People who kept life moving, people who in many cases kept us alive. And the Christmas lights on Oxford Street this year feature the names of 2020 heroes as nominated by fellow Londoners. The names of heroes lighting up our dark streets. In dark times, we search for heroes. And in 2020, we've also searched for hope, haven't we? Perhaps harder to find. I know lots of people just gave up watching the daily news because the graphs and the statistics and the briefings just felt relentlessly bad. But then in the last couple of weeks, we've had that wonderful news of a vaccine soon to be available. Boris Johnson has spoken of the scientific cavalry being on its way. Matt Hancock told Parliament that this winter the NHS would be ready to inject hope into millions of arms. It's a wonderful image, isn't it? Finally, hope, rescue, and the prospect of a return to normal life. And yet, if we're honest, even normal life has its problems, doesn't it? Normal life still features a daily death rate, even if it doesn't make it onto the news anymore. A normal life still means a world blighted with war, oppression and injustice, not to mention all our personal struggles. So deep down, we long for more than just normal life. The Christmas story suggests that our reactions, our instinctive reactions this year have been spot on, that we are absolutely right in dark times to search for heroes and to search for hope. But the opening verses of John's Gospel introduce us to a unique sort of hero who brings an altogether different brand of hope. Listen to what John says about Jesus Christ. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John tells us that Jesus is the source of life. He is the light that gives life to mankind. And he sums up the problem faced in our world with one word, one powerful image: darkness. That is, we are cut off from that light of life. We are a humanity that has self-isolated from God, and so we live and suffer with the consequences. This is the Bible's explanation of why we live in a world so overshadowed by death. If our instinct in 2020 has been to search for heroes and to search for hope, well then the Christmas story suggests that we do the same in the face of this diagnosis of darkness. It draws our attention once again to one man, Jesus Christ. His name doesn't need to go up in lights because he is the light. As the famous carol says of ancient Bethlehem, in thy dark streets shineth the everlasting light. This is the sort of good news that can drown out all the struggles of 2020, all the struggles of a lifetime. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. The darkness cannot overcome it, because Jesus himself would go on to taste death, only to rise again and live forever. And so he is the one man who can guarantee us that death and darkness do not have the last word, not this year, not any year. To a world, to a nation, to weary people hungry for hope, Jesus Christ says, "Come and find it in me." Later on in John's Gospel, he makes this extraordinary promise: "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me shall not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. That has been a precious truth for us as a church family throughout the ups and downs of this year. And it would be our pleasure and joy to share the hope that we find in Jesus Christ with anyone who is interested. We would love to see you. Come along and join us any Sunday in 2021. Or why not sign up for our Christianity Explored course? There are details about that at the end of this video. We wish you a very happy Christmas.